Rick, you recently founded the Digital Asset Council to teach financial advisors about digital securities. Your position has been for years that crypto is the most impactful development for commerce since the internet. I've seen you say that many times. You said we're in the very early stages of this. You say think internet 1995. What kind of new investment opportunities will make themselves available in 2022?
Well, it's really rather fascinating. This is really like the internet back 20, 30 years ago. We have to recognize that this only comes along once in a generation. And the innovative technology is allowing business to operate faster, cheaper, with greater transparency, greater security. And this is why businesses are falling over themselves with the development of blockchain technology. JP Morgan came out with a study in December saying that banks are going to save $120 billion a year on their payments exercises. The Treasury Department, the Transportation Department, just this morning announced a research project. They're going to create digital tokens using the blockchain to help people park their cars, to solve the problem we have in urban areas where people drive up and down neighborhoods looking for a parking space. They're going to use tokens to allow people to secure a parking spot or to sell a parking spot by using the token to use alternative transportation. If the Transportation Department is recognizing the value of blockchain technology to solve a fascinating problem that has nothing to do with the movement of money, this just demonstrates how broad and significant this technology is and why it's going to be ubiquitous. Back in the 80s, fax machines were new and different. And you could differentiate yourself by bragging to your customers, I have a fax number. Today, nobody brags about it. Everybody's got a fax machine. In fact, nobody uses them because of email. Bitcoin, blockchain, digital assets, tokenization are all going to be the very same thing. This is the extraordinarily early element of this. And we now have the benefit of experience. We know how the internet just exploded in growth through the 1990s. That's where we're at today, incredibly early for the investors who are recognizing the opportunities that aren't going to exist 10 or 15 years ago from now, the way they exist today.
So, Matt, flesh that out for us a little bit. Bitwise has a crypto index fund. Addressing Rick's issues, do we need to build out the picks and shovel parts of the ecosystem? Are there still not enough investments? Is there really a dearth of publicly traded vehicles that are still out there? We need more. We've got, Coinbase, but that seems to be a small part of it. Rick seems to imply this has got to get much bigger.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Rick. This is going to get much bigger. I actually think the wording is going to change, Bob. We're going to move from talking about crypto to talking about Web3, which is just a more polite way of saying a crypto-backed new version of how the world works. I think every company is going to be a crypto company at some point, and I think transition is going to happen faster than most people think. What you mentioned, Bob, we need more robust public access points. Certainly a Bitcoin ETF is one example of that. But one area of the market that is absolutely exploding right now is publicly traded crypto equities. You mentioned Coinbase. Behind Coinbase, there are a large number of crypto mining companies, there are crypto banks, there are crypto trading and asset management companies, and there's a huge pipeline of crypto companies that are planning to IPO in the next year or 2 years, unicorn companies with valuations in the billions. I think the crypto equity market may be one of the most overlooked corners of crypto, one of the most attractive ways for retail investors to play this space. You can buy them in your brokerage account. They're trading at reasonable valuations versus their growth. They have real earnings. The earnings growth is incredible. So that is a place I would actively look.